So you want to main Jayce? Well, do you like hammers? Do you like poke? Do you like hot dudes? Do you like being a dick? And do you like a god tier jawline? Then Jayce, the Defender of Tomorrow, is for you. Get back in there, you. Jayce was a scientist from Piltover who found a special arcane crystal that could be used as a very powerful energy source. During his study of it, word of the crystal reached Zaun and Victor yoinked that shit for himself. So when the Piltover government refused to help him, Jayce created his Mercury Hammer, and one-man army stomped his way into Victor's lab. He found that he had created a massive network of machines, all powered by the crystal. With both Jayce and Victor extremely wounded from their fight, he was able to just barely destroy the crystal and escape the exploding lab. Hailed as a hero, Jayce realized this aggression will definitely draw powerful enemies to Piltover, so now he devotes himself to the defense of his people and city. And that is the story of the macho suave-ass motherfucker that is Jayce. In-game, Jayce is a big old bully. He is a mean douchebag who loves to ruin your fun in League of Legends. He is, and probably has, a massive dick. Jayce is the ranged and melee champion that simply specializes in destroying your enjoyment of life. Through long-range poke and siege, as well as a ton of burst and utility, Jayce can be a really strong champion if played correctly. You know, when Jayce came out, he was actually the first champion I ever purchased with Riot points. He broke my RP champion virginity. He looked so incredibly awesome with his melee and ranged forms being able to switch out at whim, and at the time, he was actually pretty overpowered, like most new champions. Now, Jayce is kind of a situational pick. He is pretty decent in the competitive scene because they can just build a comp around poke and siege, but outside of that, Jayce is basically used for shutting down the enemy laner and making sure they get gray hair due to your bullshit. Jayce is like the Frosted Tips jock football player douchebag at a high school. You are the underappreciated main character, and the hot girl you're both fighting for is the laning phase. The only difference is that unlike Darius, Jayce is actually way cooler than you, and in this story, he gets the girl anyway because you're bad, kiddo. Oh boy, I am not looking forward to this. We are going to start with Jayce's ultimate and then move down through his abilities from there. So Jayce's ult is Transformers, Hammers in Disguise. Oh hey, look! I don't think this Jinx sees me. Oh, but the Varus did. Okay, well we're just not going to talk about that one. Jayce has two weapons, the Mercury Cannon and Hammer. The cannon is ranged, the hammer is melee. Your first ranged auto attack reduces armor and magic resist that lasts for 5 seconds and scales with level. Your first melee auto attack deals bonus magic damage, and melee form also has bonus armor and MR. You cannot level up your ultimate, but all other basic abilities can go to level 6, and here is some Optimus math. This is Jayce's ultimate. You swap when you want cool new shit. First range shot reduces armor and MR, first melee does more damage and makes you tankier. Quite simple actually. Jayce's passive is Who Needs a Phantom Dancer. Swapping forms gives you 40 movement speed, it lasts 1.25 seconds, it ignores unit collision, and that's it. You go faster when swapping and you don't get minion blocked, sounds good to me. Jayce's melee Q is Front Flip of Justice. You dash to a target and deal AoE physical damage. It slows for 2 seconds, and easy peasy, Jayce please squeeze me. One benefit of having a champion with two full ability list is that it makes each ability very simple and incredibly easy to discuss. It's literally a small dash that slows and does damage. It's great. Jayce's ranged Q is Little Ball of Justice. You fire a small AoE skill shot, deals physical damage to the first target hit, tiny little AoE, it's so goddamn easy, dude. This will be more important when we get to his E, but honestly, I was expecting this to be a pain in the ass, but so far, the only person I'm feeling pain is the enemy laner. Jayce's melee W is Zappity Zap Zap Double D. Passively restores mana with each hammer auto attack. Actively creates an AoE field around Jayce. Deals magic damage for 4 seconds, and holy shit, this is kinda useless. Jayce's W is actually simultaneously good and bad. The lightning field only works when you're in melee range, and it does at max rank only 100 damage a second, and the AP ratio is pretty shit. But the mana restore is actually pretty amazing because if you're last hit, you can easily regain lost mana when you level this up, and mana is basically Jayce's lifeblood. Jayce's range W is Kog'Maw before it was cool. Gains maximum attack speed for 3 auto attacks, a 4-second window, each deal modified damage, and fuck you Kog'Maw, I was stupid attack speed first. Your next 3 autos are at max attack speed, but deal less damage at low ranks and more damage at high ranks, so starting off they will feel pretty weak, but the fact is that you get 3 of them so fast, still making it worthwhile. It's when mid and late game reel their head around that they really start to sting. Jayce's melee E is fuck off.
That'll do, donkey. Donkey, no. Funky
Yeah,
bleed.
gets shit on, Diana. Fuck you. Oh, you know what? Well, wait. It makes such a great, like, donk noise. Swings hammer at a target, deals percentage max health damage, knocks him back, swing at a hit. I mean, you can't swing and miss because the skill is literally point and click. How are you supposed to miss that? It's a simple disengage tool, or you can be flashy and literally use flash to fling them into your tower. Does a lot of damage thanks to the max health too, which is pretty neat. Finally, holy god finally, the last ability is Jayce's ranged E, which is a mini Sivir ult. Oh. Shut up. Shut up.
Oh. Okay, that's the next level.
Creates a line gate, lasts 4 seconds, walking through gains movement speed for himself and his teammates, firing a Q through the gate does cool shit, gains 40% damage in range, gains 30% more speed, and we are done with this silly Jayce math. The acceleration gate is the ability that is 99% of the time only used for firing your Q through it, making it do incredibly large amounts of damage. You can use it for your team to run away or speed up, but honestly, if you speed them up, you'll be firing your Q through it anyway. And if you're running away, you'll probably just fire your Q once you pass through it. Granted, it does do quite the fuckload of damage. So skill max, I go QWE. Q is obvious, your main poking tool is there, and your Q does a lot of damage. W is next for me because I enjoy the extra mana regen, and once at a decent level, my W starts hitting like a truck in ranged form. Some people like going E second for the max health damage and having the gate cooldown down for more poke, but honestly, I just can't pass up doing W first. But how do I play Jayce? How do you play Jayce? Well, it depends. Are you in the LCS? If so, you play him as a poke and siege comp, or have a decent amount of PO for you and go full damage. Are you not in the LCS, but you can still play Jayce decently? You play him if you already have a tank jungler or something and you don't mind the high levels of AD, or the enemy team is very squishy, allowing for your Qs to do that much more damage. Are you any other kind of player? You play Jayce to make people cry. Jayce is one of the more OG lane bullies. He zones you from creeps, pokes you down, and if you try and engage on him, he either kills you or knocks you away with his E. You can't touch him, but he can touch you. Not to mention he has all these different tools to make your life even harder. He swaps forms and hits you with that first auto. Well shit, now your armor and MR is lower and you're at a disadvantage. So everything is gonna hurt that much more. Oh, is he swapping again? Well, now he's in hammer form, gaining armor and magic resist, making him harder to kill, and his first auto does a shit lot more damage. Soon, Jayce is gonna have a crap load of items, and when late game comes around, Jayce and his QE combo will be hitting like old Nidalee spears on squishy targets. Plus, Jayce is a big fan of that amazing stat we like to call armor penetration, so if he wants to shred a tank until they feel naked, he can do that too. Jayce may not be the most popular pick at the moment, but he is definitely still enjoyable and viable. He used to be my main when he was released way back when, and I know I say that I have mained a ton of champions in these videos, but that's because I've been playing since Season 2. I've had a ton of time to main a ton of champions. Plus, you know me, I'm a total asshole. York and Quinn top are my babies. It's only fitting we stick Jayce up there too. Anyway, now let's discuss how to make big dick plays. Literally, like as I mentioned before, Jayce, big dick. Hey, I may not swing that way, but I appreciate little Mercury cannon down there. Oh. Oh wait, I think I actually might live. Oh hey, I won! Hi Darkman, how you doing?
I'm good.
In lane, your job is to make the enemy rage quit. You are a ranged top laner, so every time they go in for CS, poke them. Keep doing so until their health bar is too low for them to risk farming anymore, then freeze the lane just to deny them of all farm. If they attempt to kill you, you either knock them away or swap forms for the extra armor and MR and proceed to kill them. Rinse and repeat until they stop showing up to lane, begin trolling, or you win. Mid-game, you mainly just need to poke. Early Jayce items are almost all damage, so you may be dangerously squishy at this point. If they are a bit too spooky spooky to fight, keep your distance, and poke them down with a QE combo. It should be doing a ton of damage, and even if they aren't getting whittled down by it, you can probably still insta-kill the backline of caster minions with it anyway, so it's easy to farm. Some roaming ganks can also be nice for your friendly laners, and Rift Herald is also a great objective to have. Finally, late game is probably the hardest part about playing Jayce. You're not overly tanky and you don't have a ton of engage or survivability. Your job is to poke down enemies and siege towers for as long as you can. If the enemy has a ton of engage tools, then you may have a pretty serious problem. Where Jayce thrives is when he's either ignored or cannot be reached by the enemy team. Lots of decent peel or having targets the enemy focuses instead of you allows you to burst down targets and shred tanks very fast. For Jayce builds, I go with Thunderlord's Masteries with a 45% CDR that can be interchangeable depending on your build. For runes, I run flat AD as well as armor penetration, and here is a standard Jayce build that's good for most situations. For Jayce counters, I'd go with Pantheon, Aurelia, and Wukong. Pantheon because he pokes you a ton in lane too, and his shield is really annoying. Aurelia because if you keep poking her, she'll be able to stun you off of her E, and the true damage really fucks you up. And finally Wukong, because he does a lot of quick burst and can bail before you get a chance to do anything. The skins we have for Jayce are Discount Project Jayce, All the Homo Jayce, and Sith Lord Jayce. So let's wrap up Jayce. He is a suave-ass hunk who is amazing at ruining your day and making you quit League of Legends. He's a well-rounded champion for a very specific role and is incredibly enjoyable to play as, but not to fight against. But before I go, here are the usual Jayce clips. Enjoy.
Eat shit, you fucking turd. Hey, Ricky, stay up there, you fucking pussy.
All right. I like where this is going. Kill her, Tristan. Go kill her. Yeah,
I was waiting for the shield to drop.
Ah, you're fine. Okay, please be fine. Come on, she has.
Oh, and the shield came back up.
The shield came back, dude.
You waited too long.
What?
No, fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. Fuck these guys.
Yeah, they got a Daisy. I'll lead Daisy away. Relay to Daisy.
Ah! I kind of did it. Ah, oh.
It's fucking outskilled in a way, and that's all that matters to me.
Well, everyone, thank you so much for watching my So You Wanna Main Jayce. If this guide got you to Challenger, please go ahead and like and subscribe. If you want to check out any of the other videos, whether they be good, bad, mediocre, or just a little bit in between, I got a lot of shit on my channel. Until next time, my name has been Bricky Orchidea, and please do not fuck up my ranked games. Bye-bye.